Many players today, they often feel rushed or jammed or cramped on that forehand stroke, and almost always it typically has a single root problem, and that is late timing. Now, late contact could have several reasons for it, and in fact, we're going to talk about those reasons as well as give some good, clear, simple fixes. We have much to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump on in. Reason number one, the contact point. Now, many players, their major struggle isn't actually physical, it's actually mental. There's a misunderstanding of where contact should be. So many players, for some reason, they think that contact should be out by the hip, like this. But when that happens, you have already lost the battle for so many reasons. Let me show you what I mean. When we hit the ball with our hands out in front of the body, we have so much stability because there's so much muscle involved. We have our shoulder muscles, we have our pec, we have our tricep, we have our wrist stabilizers. All of this stuff is actually going in to support, and that's going to make a huge difference. In fact, let's put it to the test. I'm going to put my hand out in front of this pole right here, and then I'm going to lean in all day. I can do this all day long because it's just so well supported. But watch this. If I move in and I put this pole even, say, with my hip, and now I try and lean in, I only have largely my shoulder muscles are supporting this. A little bit of pec here, but I'm not strong enough to actually hold myself up. So if I have to choose between hitting a shot, usually this hard ball comes in and it's hitting the racket, there's a collision, and if all I have is this, I'm going to get pushed around a whole lot. But if I put all of this behind the racket, I'm going to be able to feel that ball. I'm going to be able to control that ball and then send a heavy, well-struck ball back. And another thing to consider is if I'm hitting the ball back here, my swing path has to be largely horizontal. What that means is I'm going to be hitting flat drives, which is fine every now and then, but that's going to be a lower percentage shot. The modern game of tennis has heavy spin. You can smack the ball. That spin will then pull it into the court. But if I'm hitting the ball back here, I won't be able to access that spin unless I snap up like this, and then I'm just going to hit a sitter. So if I get my target out in front right here, notice that at the point of contact, now I'm actually going not only this way in a horizontal fashion, but I'm also swinging vertically through the shot. Bam! You're going to be able to get all of those revs, all of the power, because all of that effort and energy and muscle mass and stability now goes into the shot, and you are going to hit a good forehand. Now, a real simple drill you can do to help your brain sort of internalize where that contact point is just get a cone. Get a cone, you could have it empty, you can set a ball on it right here, but I want you to get behind the cone. Take a nice step back, take a nice step over, and then I want you to go slow motion through your swings, and I want you to go slow until you nail this right in the middle, in front of the front foot. If you're doing it and you're too close, well, then just kind of move it over. If you're too far back, well, then scoot it on up and start to memorize the distance. After you get that, start adding movement into the setup. So what that'll look like is if I'm moving and I'm coming and I go here, bam. You see, I can move left, right, up, back, and now my brain knows where I need to stand, what foot adjustments I need to make in order to get that contact point out in front. Another really simple drill is find a line on the court, put your body behind the line. Take a tennis ball, hold it out in front, toss it out in front. Let me move my cone here. You're going to take the tennis ball, you're going to toss the ball in front of the line and then hit it without stepping over that line. You can take it nice and easy out in front. Even if you find yourself reaching, that's okay, that'll happen. But in general, you're gonna wanna get that ball out just like that, and then practice hitting the ball out in front of you. Reason number 2, the unit turn is too late. Now this one is right on the heels of 1. I see players all the time. This is what it looks like. The ball is hit. It crosses over the net. The ball comes over. It bounces. My player is sitting there like this. The ball off of the ground, it shoots up, and then at the last minute, they're like, and the only thing that they can do, they can't fit their whole swing in, so of course, they're gonna be jammed, they're gonna be late, the ball's gonna go left, right, flat, up, down, nobody knows. No matter how good our swing is, the fact is that we just don't have time to fit an entire swing from the bounce to the contact point. What that means is we have to, as soon as they are about to hit the ball, we split, they hit, we read, and then we get that unit turn in right here, boom. I'm not saying take your racket all the way back and be fully ready to actually get that swing going. What I am saying is we need to be in the unit turn position before their ball hits our side of the court, before the ball bounces. So here is your mantra. This is your phrase, okay? I want you to say it over and over and over. You're gonna say split, turn, bounce, hit. And that's what's going to be going on in your brain over and over and over. Split, turn, bounce, hit. By doing so, we save time. We're here. And from here, the only thing that we have to do is we go down, up. We can do that. And now, because we're not rushed, we're going to get that contact point out in front. We're not going to be rushed. We're not going to be jammed. This is going to be really good. So all of the best players in the world, you will see them having turned, whether forehand or backhand, they'll have that first unit turn done. I mean, the best players, they even kind of get it done before the ball crosses the net. It's insane. But at least, for the love of all that's good and holy, let's have that turn done before the ball bounces. And of course, the harder they hit the ball, the earlier you need to turn. If they lob it up, well then great. The ball goes up, the ball bounces. You can do whatever you want. Eat a ham sandwich, drink a drink, and then turn and go. But most of the shots that are medium pace or even higher, we got to get that unit turned in as fast as possible. Number 3, the backswing is too big. All right, so after contact and timing, the next issue could be mechanical, and that is simply your swing is too big. Think about it like this. The bigger the swing is, the longer it takes. The longer it takes, the less likely I am to get to the contact point at the right time. And of course, tennis, it is a repetition game. It's an efficiency game. So I could have the biggest, wildest, I could add in cartwheels and spins and still pop up and hit a few good balls. And you know what? I could probably get good like that if I could practice that 8 hours every day. Think of someone like a Medvedev. He does not have a pretty stroke at all, but the dude hits it all day, every day, and has become quite good at it. For us mere mortals who don't have that much time on the court, efficiency is king, and that also counts with timing. So a lot of players, it's not that they have any major issues, it's just that they're doing too much with their swings. It's just too big, and therefore they're struggling to make it into the contact zone at the right time. The tip there is we have to simplify. Efficiency is king. So maybe rather than doing this big old massive, you take the racket up high like this and then loop it way back like this, you might video yourself to see if there's some elements you can cut down on. Get it down to the simple. Here, down, up. And if you know where your contact point should be, if you're getting that unit turn in, and if you have a simple backswing on both the forehand, the backhand, the whole game, I promise you this, you will not struggle with late timing. Reason number 4, the forced late ball. Now, we do have to mention that sometimes catching that ball late isn't a flaw, it's an adaptation, it's a necessity. When pushed deep or they're pushed wide, even the best players hit that ball late, but they don't panic. In fact, they convert that into a purposeful shot. And Nadal is the master of this. You watch him hit, he will catch a lot of balls late, but instead of that being a detriment, he turns that into a major part of his game. He hits that ball a lot more vertical with a lot more RPMs. He pushes the ball deep. He pushes that opponent back. He resets the point. The man is a master of it. In fact, that's a lot of the reason for his buggy whip. So the key principle here is when you can't be early, trade speed for shape. Trade drive for survival. Get that ball up and get back in the point. All right, so in conclusion, we know that hitting that ball late, hitting jam, can usually stem from 3 main problems. It's either a conceptual problem, a timing problem, or a mechanical problem. And then there's that 4th one, which isn't a problem at all. Sometimes it is a response to a really, really good shot. So here are 3 simple takeaways. Number 1, let's turn early. Let's get that unit turn done ASAP. Number 2, get that contact point out in front. And number 3, adapt when necessary. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped. And if it did, as always, be sure and like and/or subscribe. We have a whole lot more videos coming out soon. But until then, again, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you on court soon.